Okay, welcome back to the production line developer video blog thing. Look, I'm getting more and more professional. I can just hit a button, woo, and fade that in without having to like composite it later like some sort of noob. Anyway, so this is another video about production line, the car factory simulation game, blah blah, that I'm making that is in early access. If you're watching this today, on the day we've done it, it's actually 30% off on Steam because of the summer sale. So hey, what a bargain. I don't get it now. Okay, so I'm going to go through all the stuff that we've done. Let me just swap to other screens seamlessly. Oh no, not that seamlessly, really badly in fact. Anyway, right, okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you a new map. I'm doing a new map. People like big factories. A lot of people who play the game are people who have also played games like Factorio that are very big. And there is an editor in the game, but not that many people are using it as a percentage of all the people that are using it. So, so this is not a big factory. This is a small factory, and I've expanded over here, although I haven't really got going yet. But this is a new map that I'm calling Detroit. And if you zoom out, it's big. It's a lot bigger than the biggest map currently in the game, and I haven't obviously got very far in it yet, but I am trying to kind of like play test it and check it all works. Already found some bugs actually that, to do with these logos on the wall in certain circumstances, which are fixed anyway. So yeah, a bigger map is coming. A much bigger map is coming, and that being the next patch. I did a little mini patch yesterday just on Steam to fix a bug to do with sound effects. You might have noticed that the sound effects slider wasn't working anymore since I changed the way sound worked, but that's fixed now. So what else has been going on? There's been some changes to research, and what we've done is we've gone through and found some stuff that really should be dependent on other stuff. This is a bigger screen resolution than I normally show, so you're not seeing the whole thing. I've just realised. I might change that. Actually, yeah. What I'm going to do is I'm gonna change that. Hold on. Let me just do this and restart it. There we go. And I'll load that game back in. That was my Detroit test, wasn't it? Look how quickly it loads. Isn't that amazing? Where are we? So yeah, if I go into the research screen and have the whole screen this time, there we go. Yeah, some stuff moved under other stuff. So I'm going to try and remember all of them. Panoramic sunroof manufacturer now requires sunroof manufacturer, for example. There was some stuff down here as well. Where was it? I moved some stuff under administration. Yeah, I moved research centres under administration. Rapid panel stamping is now under metal rolling. There were a few others. I think they were under here that I moved some stuff. Side airbags is now under passenger airbags, so you need to research that first. And traffic aware cruise control is under adaptive cruise control. These were just a few things because it seemed like we had like an endlessly scrolling tech tree in this direction, and some people wanted more kind of like direction over where they should be researching. We've got some more research will be coming as well. Okay, so we made those changes. Blah 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 blah. What else? So I've reduced the memory usage quite a bit. Yeah, if you save a game now and you don't give it a name, it will save out with the name of your company and the date and time automatically. I don't know if I mentioned it last time or not. I'm not sure that I did, but now if you go here under prices, you can see the wages and the cost of power imports. I'm not sure if I mentioned that, but that's a fairly new thing. Blah blah blah. Let's get music. No, there's some really minor things. Like you probably never noticed it, but if you if you put your mouse over some stuff here, it used to flicker occasionally, and it doesn't anymore. Don't ask, it was a pain, but that's fixed. Blah 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 blah. Oh yeah, in the if you've got a research, if you've got this and you click on show research, it now goes directly to the right tab. That's another new thing. What we've spent a lot of time doing is worrying about the cost of research and the balance in the game. So you might notice that like, you know, I'm not that far into the game and I've got $1,700,000, right? I've got no more available places to put down research. But if you look at the cost of research, oh, there's another thing I'll talk about in a minute. A research office, I've put the price up to 64,000, and a research centre is 110,000. They used to be even cheaper than that. So right now, if I had the room, I could just spam down 10 research centres. So, and this is with them being more expensive than they were. So for a long time, the research in the game has been too cheap financially, and I've upped it a little bit, and I've upped it more now. I've also changed research centres, so you can see here they do 0.25 points per minute compared with 0.1, so they're more than twice as good, even though they take up slightly less than twice the footprint. It seemed that no one was really using research centres, and they should be something that you research and then you're glad that you researched it, like anything, and that you put down in the game. So obviously that was like a bit of a balance problem. So we changed that so they generate more research. As a result, I had to go through a lot of the research stuff, especially the late game stuff that you would be researching once you had research centres. So there I'm talking about, like, you know, advanced fault diagnosis and movie marketing, stuff like that, and increase the research cost of them to balance things out. So I wasn't making a change to how long it takes to research everything. And again, that gives you another reason to actually bother with research centres, which, like I say, I've moved them here. I'm going to change some of these icons so they look a bit better, I think. So that's something that we changed. Something else that was changed, and I'm sure some people will go, yes, awesome, I hope. I actually probably need to do some research in order to do it. So I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to load in a different game. I will load in a game that I was playing for a long time, which is this one. It's a lot bigger. Well, it's not bigger, but you know, I've researched a lot more of it. So if I go here, you might notice that when you research something, we have this thing with new... I'm not wearing the hat. I'm not wearing the hat. I'm not wearing the hat. There. Now I seem much more professional. You might notice that we've changed this like new text here, right? The reason we put this in at all is that people would research a thing, they'd go through it and they'd research, for example, you know, fit powertrain or how to make a powertrain, right? And then they think, well, where the hell is that? How do I find that? I can't find that. So we used to have this little red thing that would flash on and off, going new, which doesn't really mean new. It kind of means you haven't got one of these yet. But new is the best way I can think of to convey that, right? That was helpful, and it solved the problem in terms of game design, and people will go, oh, there it is, there's the new thing, and they put it down. The trouble is, if there's stuff that you just haven't got room for, or you haven't decided to put down yet, like if I go to fit body frame, fit bumpers, like front and rear bumpers, where would they be? Think clip. Here we've got 2 fit bumpers, and I should destroy them and put down a fit front and rear and stop splitting the line here. That'd be more efficient. But I haven't placed them down yet, and I know I haven't placed them down, and I've played the game a lot. So having a big like flashing bright red thing over here was really annoying, and everyone said so. So I changed it, and you now have this slightly darker red and new written at an angle in the corner there. And let me just do a slight rant about this, because people playing the game will go, oh yeah, that's, you know, that's a bit better. Are we saving the game? What happened? I think I hit like Alt F4 or something. What a dork. Right, let me just get back to exactly where I was. Professional YouTubing. That is what we provide here, I think. Maybe it was a crash, but I don't think so. Yeah, so hopefully people will look at this and go, oh, well done, Cliff. That looks better, and that is less annoying and an improvement, and that probably took you 10 minutes. No, it did not take me 10 minutes. It took me a lot longer for two reasons. Firstly, the text is drawn at an angle, which actually I did have code to do already, to be honest, because I've done it in other games. So it wasn't too big a deal. But do not underestimate how difficult and annoying it is to do text at an angle. If your entire text engine assumes that text isn't at an angle, it's a pain. Anyway, that was only a minor thing. I had to get the right shade of red so it was noticeable but not annoying, and stuff like that. The real pain is the word new fits quite nicely there, doesn't it? However, in different languages, new is a completely different word, obviously, and sometimes it's a lot longer, and a few times it doesn't fit. The longest version of new was the Czech version. I wouldn't even attempt to pronounce it, but it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit. So what it does is it tries to fit it, and if it doesn't fit, it keeps shrinking it by 1 pixel until it does fit, and then it goes with that font size, which is then different, and it actually looks cool. You would never kind of think that it was hacky or anything. Anyway, like, you know, no one's going to buy the game because new fits there in Czech, but I'm just pointing out that that kind of stuff takes a lot longer than you think and is really annoying. Anyway, I'm trying to get a lot of mileage out of the fact that I just moved a bit of text, aren't I? But you know, I have. So, we have this voting system that people do in games to say what their priorities are, and that's great. And I know people, the number one option that was picked was visual customization of cars. Now, it's slightly difficult to do visual customization of cars, but we're going to do it anyway because that's the kind of devs we are, or I am. So these are the current car models. I think this is all of them. I think we've searched everything. Have I? Yes, I have. So this is everything that's currently in the game. Pickup, a sports car, an off-road car, compact car, an SUV, and a sedan. We've got various colours of sedan. Yay. So one thing that I think we could put in that would be quite easy would be to have different wheels. So currently you have like wheels with hubcaps like these. A bit fuzzy actually. And then alloy wheels. When you make a car game and you start looking at the wheels people have on their car, there's loads of choice. There's loads of difference. These are kind of what you might call spoke wheels. You also get turbine wheels, and you get 5-point wheels and 6-point wheels and all. So I'm gonna, once I've got the artwork right, I'm gonna put all that in, and we're gonna have options here, and it's not gonna have any effect on the game other than you just making the kind of car that you think is cool, which I think a lot of people want to do. So that's going to be a thing. Now the trouble is, changing anything else is really awkward, right? Because it involves changing the structure of the car. So if, for example, we would say, why don't we change the shape of this window, Cliff? Then that means changing the shape of the door, which also means changing the shape of the like the body structure, the can't remember what we call it, like the framework of the car. So suddenly the whole car is completely different, and there's a load of art implications. So that will be awkward, but we'll probably do it anyway at some point. But what I'm going to do first is try and introduce changes to the car that don't change much of the car at a sort of structural level. So, for example, like we could probably change the headlights a bit. Because they're behind the kind of thing, you can't see the individual lights. We could change that. We could maybe change this front grille or vent thing, and you'll notice in some electric cars obviously they don't even have one, which would be interesting, and we could maybe change or get rid of those. On the sports car model, it would be kind of cool to have to like change this bonnet, and also to change these vents, maybe remove these vents or make them look different. Maybe we could get away with just doing something with the windscreen there. I don't know. I want loads of options, so I'm interested to hear what people think would be cool. But bearing in mind the fact that they're completely changing the design of the car is a completely different thing. Now, introducing a new car type is something we're going to do anyway. We're going to have like a little mini van thing coming when I get the artwork for it. And we'll probably do other things as well, like supercars and stuff. I don't know, it'll probably be DLC or something. But I would like to have loads of variety, so you could go, yeah, this is my car, you know, the orange car with this type of vent and, you know, these type of headlights and blah, blah, blah. So that's something that I'm thinking about. Something that's on my list to do almost immediately is to be able to go to cars here and say, sell at a discount. Now, I don't know whether I want to be able to like right click and sell at a discount, or have some kind of setting, some sort of market setting where you say, for cars that have been in the showroom for more than X hours, discount by Y, for example. I think that would be the most sensible thing, because you don't want it, I don't want it to be too clicky. I'm not making a clicker game, you know, I'm making a strategy game. So yeah, I think maybe we'll be doing that. Anyway, so so that's what I've been doing. That's what I'm working on. I still need to playtest this this big map a lot. And I'm always playing about with the balance of the game. I've got some real bottlenecks here, haven't I? This is disastrous. The inefficiency is dire. I need to fix that. And we're thinking about like customization of cars and stuff like that. I think that's pretty much all for this week. Hopefully I will have some cool, shiny new stuff to show you next week, and hopefully we'll have released the new map. Let me know if you think like the new map is something that like you want even bigger maps, or something you're not bothered by. I'm just interested in feedback as to what people think is the biggest things that should be improved in the game, that would make it better for you. And any places where you got stuck, where you thought, this is ridiculous, I'm stuck, I don't know how to do this, this is broken, and then you eventually work it out. I want to know what that was, so I can like prevent other players getting stuck or frustrated with the game. It's really helpful. Thank you for watching this video. Not as long as last time, because I rambled on and on last time. I must do another stream about programming. I need to get around to that. There never seems to be enough time. This is Production Line. It is on Steam and it is on GOG, and you can buy it direct from us through our website at www.positech.co.uk. Please subscribe. Blah, 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 blah. Don't forget the game's on sale, so even if you've already got it, tell your friends that it's on sale for the next few days. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.